With another week that's gotten past, it's once again another week for Suggestor-requestor. In case you're new to the channel and you are unfamiliar, Suggestor-requestor is when I take a hint and a suggestion from you guys in the comments and turn it into content. I'm really excited for today's one as we get to hop back into the Equestria At War mod. And today's Suggestor-requestor comes from Mr. Cool. Judging you're a Dutchman by the way you spell cool. Could be wrong, but today we're going to take on their request to challenge New Skynavia. Now, I know nothing about New Skynavia. I've never challenged it before, but I did a quick sit-in and have a look what it's about, and it seems to be what if American was communist type of vibe. But I am scared because the Griffonian public is here and the Griffonian Empire is here, and these guys are going to gobble me up like a Thanksgiving turkey. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead, Iron Pony mode off, historical AI off, and we are getting right on in as Skynavia. So if you guys are intrigued at all by the history and the story of Skynavia, here it is. I'll leave it on screen for a couple of seconds so you can pause and read. But essentially, the revolution's left behind and they are literally on their last legs. Focus tree is nothing to scoff at right now. However, after End of a New Beginning, I can imagine we get a new tree. Looking at all the focuses, it's very much removing some negative buffs, slowly rebuilding, getting some events, so on and so forth. So we're going to go ahead with Rally Around the Ideal. Looking at decisions, we do have some border conflicts, so we're going to immediately rally up our troops in just a second and stick them on the border with the northern tribes. And other than that, it seems all fairly neutral. We have Inundate the Skinavian watershed, which means we can waterlog and flood our whole territory to protect ourselves, which is very damn nice if I do say so myself. It's like a hybrid. This place is like a hybrid between the Dutch, the Americans, and the commies all together. It's the Dutch merry commies. That was bad. Okay, anyway, putting troops on the border. Oh, wowza, I knew they were done in tech, but my god, minus 48 from the really bad science base and the really bad illiteracy. Oh, no. That's not ideal. Right, I'm going to crack on with these focuses, and once we eventually do End of a New Beginning, and we can start to really develop ourselves as a nation, hopefully unlocking a new tree, I imagine, I'll see you then. If there's a border conflict, don't worry, we should win. I'd like to imagine we outnumber them. Do we? Yeah, it should be fine. So, it would seem that after completing the final focus, we now have an option here, all power to the Congress. I can choose to say, yes, all power to the Congress, and we get, a new leader, which is, the General Congress, with a few positive buffs, but not all that much. Or we say, I should stay in power a bit longer. I lose political power, but then I get the delegates' ultimatum. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should be a dictator that fights the Communist Party as a whole, or if I should say, yes, let's make a congress and be all friends and happy. You know what? I might save scum. I think I might save scum. No, I'm not going to save scum. That's stupid. We're going to go Congress. Everyone likes Congress. Every major nation has a Congress or a parliament, right? Select national focus. Oh, that's big. Well, it's not that big, but there's options. Okay, right. I'm a little bit confuzzled. Let's look. 2 internationalists, 2 Huh? What does this mean? Hold on. Is there a decision? Uh-oh. There's a decision. Oh, no. So it seems like there's a leaning thing. Like how with Italy, you've got, the Duce versus the other side of things. I think that's what this is, but it's internationalist versus communalist. And I think whichever it leans more towards is... Oh, okay, right. I'm not entirely sure how this one's going to work, but I'm just going to keep pushing down my tree. And I'm going to look for some buffs. This looks like it's an industry tree. And although I want my military... Oh, Skinavian people. Oh, okay. Right, I'm going to go industry, and then I'm going to go army. I feel like those are my 2 major things right now. Let's do that. But some of these are really interesting. Like I can proclaim the Socialist Republic of Free Griffins, and we can change our name. We've got this where we lose stability, but we also gain a building slot, which is quite nice. Mobilization speed, get some new generals. Call up a militia, but after a couple of days, they delete all the templates. And it seems like the blue ones are for the communalists. So by doing so, we would get like a buff towards, I don't know, approach the settlers at Dinkow. Dinkow. Funny name, Dinkow. Wait, hold on, there's elections. Oh, wait, hold on, approach the settlers. Let's put the communalists in charge. I like that. And it seems we've got the first result of our first election, and this time it's the communalist victory. The internationalists lost. I don't know what that means for us. It seems there's just going to be a continuous election all the time, so I'm not going to pay much attention to it. However, we are pushing down. We've got here, however, I can't push much further down until I've done a different thing, such as war in the north. I'm now pushing down my army tree, and I'm probably gonna go for... I'm probably going to go down the proletarian just because centralized command gives me 5 organization and 10 planning, which is quite nice, whereas this only gives me recovery rate and entrenchment speed. So I feel like this might be the better option, plus strong arm gives me armor tech, and that's quite nice. So I'm going to push down that. This is my actual industry, which I'm going to go down, and then I'll eventually go down war in the north. I'm going to take my time with it, but I'm also going to try and be relatively quick because, you know, last thing I need is the Griffonian biting me in the ass. Okay, so we've now reached a certain point where I can actually start doing things, because we've done a lot of our focuses, but then others are locked behind things such as, you know, permanent revolution, which is locked behind war in the north, which is locked behind fixing my neighbors of Verdina and the northern tribes. Now, one of our focuses has given us the option to puppet the northern tribes, of which I'm probably going to ignore and just eat them, but we're going to go ahead and do that now with our 0 manpower and 7 factories. But I am growing increasingly concerned because we're stuck here with 19 and like 6 of these are loaned troops. Griffonian Republic is sitting here with 65. This is not good. We need to get a move on. I have my troops on the border. We're going to go ahead full attacking formation. Everfrost is going to be forever mine. Princess Fianna, I'm terribly sorry, but you're turning communist and your head's going to roll. There we go. A good start. It all seems green. Everything seems fantastic. I'll take that. Happy days. I also want to add, if this video seems rushed, I do apologize. I'm just feeling a little bit rushed and scatty in the head now because I have not prepared for this. I didn't do my research and I've gone in completely blind. So everything is new and fresh for me, and there is so much to take in. It's a little bit overwhelming at times. So the experience you're getting is the same experience that I'm getting. And just like that, the northern tribes have been taken care of. We're going to go ahead, select all, take all, and we now have a bunch of new territory, a bunch of new factories. Ponies and Griffins stand in solidarity. Remove the war in the north, which gets rid of all these negative buffs. Yay! More focuses are now available. More options are now available. Permanent revolution. Yes, please. We're going to go ahead and do that. I have so many things I could do now. Oh, I'm so happy. And it would seem like the revolution has a guest at our door. The Griffonian Republic has invited us, and they said we can either refuse, become a subject, or join as a partner. And you know what? For my own safety, I'm joining as a partner. I can't afford to have anything bite me on the rear too much. So I should now be part of the Griffonian Pact? Yeah, and I'm as a partner, not a puppet. I will happily take that. Be that as that may, though, we have got our focuses, and a lot of these focuses are giving us like certain events and such, and I am getting, or making sure at least, every event I go for recruitable pop, because I am so screwed on recruitable pop. I desperately need recruitable pop. I need as much population as I possibly can, as well as factories. I've also got these here where I can open up oil fields, build border walls and stuff like that, which I'm going to do. Construct a solitary defense line against the Arcturian Order, which is like a knight's order, which is pretty cool. So I feel like that's what I need to do the most right now. I'm just going to keep trying to improve what I can, doing what I can, and just trying to grow to where I'm strong enough to eventually turn my back on the Griffonians. This doesn't really matter. This whole, you know, if it's internationalist or communalist, whether, you know, I've got the points, that's all that I care about right now. Again, just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and then the last thing I'm going to do is socialism in our time. That's the last option I'll do, but till then, I'm going to funnel through everything and try and get as many good bonuses and build up as I can, because my God, do I need it. So a lot has happened in our little peaceful time here, and it seems that we've been declared war upon. The guys down here in Hawkland declared war on us, and they had a few successful invasions, but after kicking them out, I killed all their troops and blocked their escape path, and thanks to that, they only have 4 divisions. So I'm going to wait down here. As you can see, I have a naval invasion. I'm going to wait for these guys to wrap up and strap up, and when they're all ready, we're going to send them all in. And it would seem like there is a sudden change in plan. I'm going to have to put off this Hawkland invasion because this is now happening. The Griffonian Empire declared on Skyfall. Skyfall is in the same faction as us and Free Griffins, which is ourselves and Griffonian Republic. And now it's a little bit of a mess. I don't know what the situation is on the ground, but I'm going to pull out immediately. I'm going to risk my capital. No, that's a lie. I'm not going to risk my capital. I'm going to choose like 3 divisions here, and I'm sending a 10 stack to the front. I'm going to have them get into Cloudberry, see if we can't take back Cloudberry, and then I'm just going to push like a madman. I need to win this war for myself. I need to win this war for my allies. And just like that, our troops are now on the border. We've retaken Cloudberry. I'm going to quickly go ahead and launch them. The offensive is looking pretty positive. Oh wait, hold on. No, I'm not even accepting. Wait, hold on. Let me accept. Where's your thing? Join wars, Griffonian Republic. There we go. Okay, now we're involved, and our attacks are looking very positive. Good, let's try and get in and just turn this all around. I'm not going to get much in the way of points, but we will do what we can. This is very much starting to look like a failed playthrough because Vidina has just been invited by the Griffonian Empire. I need to pull all of my divisions away ASAP, and I need to head here right now. Whether I make it on time or not, I have no idea. It doesn't look like it. I feel like this is a failed playthrough, lads. I feel like I've failed. I feel like it's collapsed. Was this supposed to be a hard challenge or was this supposed to be an easy challenge? I don't even know. All I know is that I am out of my depth and I am done for. So it seems my troops mostly made it back in time. I need to try and get it sorted, though, before the Griffonian Republic collapse. I feel like I'm about to just fail absolutely miserably. I don't know if this was supposed to be a hard challenge or if this was supposed to be an easy challenge. I genuinely don't know. I have no idea if this was like a haha gotcha difficult challenge or if I'm just that bad at understanding how to play this communist cesspit that I don't know what I'm doing. See, this is why I don't play this is why I don't play communists. Communists are difficult. They're problematic. I cannot deal with the logistics behind revolutions. I am not a revolutionary. I fail miserably. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I think this is genuinely like my last failed or my most recent failed playthrough in recent times because I just had a 10 stack and it's just suddenly disappeared. And I didn't delete the troops. They just vanished. And I do have my option here to call up the militia, basically, but that only does for like 4 divisions. I don't know where the rest of my divisions just disappeared to. This is a mess of a playthrough. I genuinely think this must be like a haha gotcha, or I am just solidifying myself as the mod guy who's terrible at HOI. Because that's very much what this feels like. I am very bad right now, and I have butchered this. This is a mess. Between the Griffonians doing well, even if I do survive, the Solar is here. Not to mention the Dread League is doing well, and I still don't have manpower. None of my focus is giving me manpower. I have no equipment, no factories, no nothing. I don't see how these guys are supposed to turn into like a communist superpower. I just don't understand it. I don't see it. I'm going to hang on for as long as I can, but if it continues the way it is, I will probably be capitulating and surrendering very, very soon. I don't see myself lasting long, and the Griffonians themselves, they're on the way out too. This is not going to last long. I think this is going to be a failure, and it would seem like I was right. Unfortunately, I didn't last very long. My capital was still standing, but I capitulated because the Griffonians capitulated and they were party leader or they were war leader. So because of that, that's game over for me. If I go ahead and observe, this is the peace treaty that's been left. This is cursed. This is horrible. I hate everything about this. But what makes it difficult, right? What makes it difficult is I have failed in miserable fashion. And although this is a miser of a video, this is a horrible video. And technically, it's not something I should be putting out there. I'm still going to upload it because I want you guys who are actually really good players of HOI and you people who actively play EAW a lot. How the hell am I supposed to make this a winnable playthrough? Like, legitimately, how do I do it? Because the whole run, I did the majority of my focuses and I had no manpower. I had no civvies, which I was slowly building up through the focuses that happened at like 120 days at a time. But outside of that, how do you do it? Like, this is a common theme with communist nations that I play as, and they have no manpower. I don't know. Maybe I'm just useless at communist nations. You guys let me know in the comments down below because I have no idea. I genuinely am clueless. I've got no clue. But till then, thank you so much for watching, guys. I do hope you've kind of enjoyed. But that's going to be everything from me for today. This is a failed challenge, and I think I'm going to title the video of my biggest communist failure or something like that. We'll go with that. But till then, thank you so much for watching, guys. I do hope you've somewhat enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video I do in the new year. But until then, have a good one and Happy New Year. All the best, and see you next time. Ta-da!